to let you guys know about the Prime Minister's Gala that's going to be happening on Saturday, hosted by the Prime Minister and his wife. We have the featured guest speaker in the studio with us this morning here at ZIZ Radio. I was chatting a bit with him. I can't believe he has been in St. Kitts before, 15 years ago. My goodness. I wonder if he got family here, but it sounds like he came as a child, or a teen or something. I'm not going to ask his age. My mom taught me well. You leave people age out of it. So how are we looking, bro? We looking good to go? All right, so what I'm going to do then, while we wait for the guys to get their thing together, let me see if I could squeeze in a bit of Lord Nelson performance from last night, man. We were here in the studio talking about him. Amazed by the fact that he's 94 years old. He has the mental faculty to remember those songs, to perform those songs as well. He looked like he was having fun last night on the stage, I enjoyed how he tied in certain scenarios with his songs and how he segued from one song to another. I mean, I can go on and on. But what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to feature a little bit of Lord Nelson from last night while we stand by for our technical team to get the show up and running. They're here in the studio. I can talk to them, but I want you to see these guys, man. I want you to see Dr. Hill. For those of you who don't know him, get a chance for you to meet him this morning, kind of before he gets to the gala, so at least you know who's going to be there and what you're in for. You get a little bit of everything this morning. So here is Lord Nelson, just a little bit of it from the performance last night.
This is a simple calypso. The words don't rhyme but sing it so. All you really have to know, sing the chorus as you go. When you really get the beat, good Lord, just start to grab your feet and you must get your swing. Just as long as you sing.
I wonder if he'll be performing at the Prime Minister Gala. Let me say good morning to Dr. Nato. How you doing, Dr. Nato? Is everything okay?
I'm great, man. How are you?
Welcome to Still. Feeling good?
Had a good Christmas.
Had a good Christmas.
All right, good.
Good carnival. Everything is going good.
Nice.
Welcome to the studio.
Thanks for welcoming me as always. Appreciate it.
And let me say good morning to Dr. Hill. How you doing, sir?
I'm great. So happy to be here.
Welcome to the studio as well. We'll be talking to you in just a bit, but before we do, Dr. Nato, let's get into, how should I put it, all the 411 that we need to know about this coming Saturday.
Yeah. Well, once again, let me just say greetings to everyone under the sound of my voice. I know you're global, so it might be evening, afternoon, where persons are listening. Season's greetings to everyone.
Yes.
Is it the New Year yet in any country? Australia?
That's a very good question.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So New Zealand for sure.
You're getting really political.
No, but thanks so much for having us. And this Saturday, January 3rd, is our annual Prime Minister's New Year's Grand Gala, which has been, a staple over the years. And it'll be at the St. Kitts Marriott Dome. And we're looking forward to, of course, Professor Marc Lamont Hill, who is here with me, being the keynote. Personally, I've followed him for a very, very long time. Not to say that he's old. I am old either, but
thanks for the clarification.
Yeah, followed him for quite a while, and I really like the way he thinks and the way he speaks, especially for people of our color, right? And as Afro-Caribbean folks, I think persons, when they come and they hear what he has to say, they'll be deeply moved, and I hope inspired to to do some things maybe different and more productive in 2026.
Right. We call it woke mind.
Right? So we intend to do that. But in terms of the gala, again, it's this Saturday at 7 p.m. at the Marriott Dome, and so we look forward to persons coming out. We have some nice entertainment. We have Aida, who is a violinist, and so that's going to be a little special for persons who don't normally hear violinists play, and she's excellent. So we look forward to that. And we also have Virgil Hodge, who is no stranger to folks here in St. Kitts and Nevis, and the KC5 band. It's an excellent band. And then topping it off at the end of the gala, we have live in concert the Burning Flames band, the original Burning Flames. They're back together and doing some great things. So straight out of Antigua and Barbuda, our neighbors just across the waters. On a good day like today, you could see them right across the waters. And so
depends on where you're standing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So we look forward to them turning it up for sure at the end of the gala.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's the cost, and where can people get tickets?
Yeah, so persons can call 663-6700 to get tickets. The cost is EC $300. And that's going to go a very, very long way because as the Prime Minister has done with his gala over the last 3 years, he's added a charitable component to it. And so the proceeds this year are targeting breast cancer awareness groups and support groups here on St. Kitts. And in addition to that, he is going to be pushing for pledges towards the purchase of a state-of-the-art mammogram machine for our main hospital, which is the JNF General Hospital. And so again, it's entertainment. You're gonna get some thought-provoking words and all of that. But ultimately, what we want to do is support those persons who may be battling breast cancer, supporting women, and giving them greater access to screening. Through the mammogram machine. Personally, my sister is a mammographer, so I know she'll be happy about this because she always says women really need to get mammograms, and
that's the screening stage, right?
Right. So you want to do that well before anything happens. So Prime Minister, again, as a medical doctor himself, he's pushing for us to have healthier lifestyles, greater access to good health care, and so on. So it's great entertainment, going to be great food, wonderful ambience and all of that. But we'll also be raising much needed funds to support those organizations that are giving support to breast cancer patients. And not only the patients, but their families, because there's a burden on the caregivers as well, their families, emotional and financial and other ways. So anything we can do to help that, we're as a government and as the Prime Minister personally, as I said, he wants to ensure that we do that. So I really want to encourage persons to come out. We have a much larger venue the last few years, so we can accommodate a lot more persons. And so we ask persons to come support 663-6700. You can call and get your tickets.
Okay, thanks for sharing that. Well, what's the theme for this year?
The theme is the rhythm of progress, sustainable, inclusive, bright. The rhythm of progress, sustainable, inclusive, bright. And I'm sure Professor Hill is going to extract some things from that and speak to that when he speaks on Saturday. So I look forward to that too.
Yeah, I will look forward for that too as well. Talking about Professor Hill, good morning to you once.
Good morning, my brother.
Yes. On that note, segueing from Dr. Natta on progress, what does progress mean to you personally?
Progress to me means leaving better than we began. Whether we're talking about individual progress, you talk about New Year's resolutions. The whole goal of a New Year's resolution is to end the next year better than you started it. Progress. Yeah. Sometimes it's collective progress. Yes. Looking at the world. How can we leave the world better than we found it? How can we collectively grow? And I think it's important when we talk about progress to think about the individual and the collective, not one or the other. You can't spend all your time worried about society and not take care of the self. Because if you ain't right, no one else will be.
And you can't help anyone else either.
Exactly. But conversely, in this society, in 2025, we've been taught, so many of us around the world, to only focus on the self and to not think about the collective.
Right.
And so we have to do both at the same time.
Nicely put. I wasn't even thinking about that. I'll be honest. I was on the selfish side. I'll be honest. I was on the selfish side. You got me thinking a little differently now. I appreciate that. Why do public events like this matters?
Well, part of why they matter is because we're in a world where we're separated all the time. You know, we spend so much time on the internet. We spend so much time on our phones. We spend so much time at work and in our homes. Sometimes doing things we have to do. Sometimes doing things we shouldn't be doing.
Right.
But it's still spent separate. And we're all in our own little separate silos doing our separate things. And events like this are an opportunity for us to be together in community. They're an opportunity for us to see each other and touch each other and hug each other and shake each other's hands and meet each other, but also to plan together, to dream together. Yeah. You can't do anything if you're not dreaming together.
Yeah. Connection is important.
That's it.
Yeah. I know you guys are limited in time. Can we talk a bit about culture, leadership, and responsibility? I know that's something you, as an activist, probably touched on a lot.
Oh, yeah.
What message does it send when national leaders publicly support causes like this that the Prime Minister is doing?
I think the Prime Minister is setting a powerful example for multiple reasons. One, again, reminding people that community matters. Two, linking the political to the cultural. It's not enough to just tell people what needs to happen in terms of policy. It's not enough for us to advocate for policies as activists. We have to link that to some sense of who we are as a people, our collective identity, who we are as a people, both whether you're here in St. Kitts or whether you're around the world, right? Whoever we is to you, there's a culture attached to it that we have to think about. And so in an event like the Gala this weekend, it's not just a political message. It's not just important people sitting together and eating. It's, you hear music. You see our history, every piece of our traditions tied together. And I think that that's a beautiful thing. But it's also tied to our well-being. I mean, caring about breast cancer awareness is not a small thing. We're nobody if we're not healthy people. And so tying our health to our culture, to our joy, because there's resistance in joy.
Yes.
There's resistance in weapons, there's resistance in politics, there's resistance in votes, but there's resistance in our joy. And being able to have some joy together is important. And for the leadership to do that at a time where some leaders around the world are scaring people, intimidating people, hiding from the people, we have a prime minister in this country that's coming down to the Calypso Monarch competition, who's hosting galas, who's bringing people together. When I come here and see that, it makes me inspired and proud to be an invitee.
On that note, then, how would you rate the importance of symbols, or should I say the symbol in leadership? How would you rate that?
The importance of symbols?
Yeah. Well, let me phrase it this. Let me phrase it differently. How is important symbol in leadership, especially in small nations like this?
Oh, it's super important. When I travel to small nations, I see often the same thing I see in big nations, right? There are powerful people, there are less powerful people. There's political disagreements. There are people who want to be in charge. There are people who complain about who's in charge until they leave, and then they say that guy was the best. We see that. We see that kind of stuff. And so, what ties a nation together, and what helps a nation grow, is one, the leadership, right? A leadership that you can count on, leadership that won't sell you out, leadership that inspires, leadership that is accessible, that you can actually see them and shake their hand and have a communication with them. Those things. And those who host events like the Gala we're going to see. Those things are both symbols and substance at the same time. Yes. And that's the important thing to remember. It's not just that we're seeing something that can say, oh, look at that gala, oh, look at that event, oh, look at that person coming down to Carnival and being on, that stuff is symbolism in some way. But it's also the substance that keeps us together. It's a very real thing because it's not disconnected from policy.
Right.
The policy vision of what's going to be built, what's going to be established, what's going to be funded, who's going to be protected. The advances that we've seen in this country have happened because of a commitment to progress, a commitment to leaving this place better then everyone found it.
Yes.
And again, that's both style and substance.
Yeah, appreciate you saying that. Appreciate you saying that for real. Let me be real quick. We're heading into 2026 in God's sphere, or a couple of hours. Well, a few hours from now, because it's still got a long way to go. As people step into 2026, what mindset do you think we should be approaching 2026 with?
Radical hope.
Radical hope.
Radical hope.
Break that down. Break that down.
You know, sometimes people see the word radical and they get scared. But radical, when you look at the root of the word, it literally means to get at the roots. So when we say we want a radical change or a radical progress or a radical anything, it means that we can get at the root of something and transform it. We can transform poverty. We can transform bad health. We can transform homelessness. We can transform war. Whatever the thing is that's going on in the world, we can transform if we get at the root. It's not enough to just say, why are people hungry? Or I'm sorry, it's not enough to say, are people hungry? It's why are people hungry? What's the root of it?
Right.
You know, and at the personal level, right? It's not enough to say, why is my health bad? Everybody makes a resolution to go to the gym. And maybe you should, right? You definitely should. But what is at the core of my bad health? What is at the core of how I'm feeling? Sometimes it's spiritual. Sometimes it's political. Sometimes it's social. Sometimes it's cultural. Whatever the matter we're talking about, I want to get at the root of it. But our growth and our progress has always been anchored in hope, right? A hope, not optimism, but hope. Optimism is immature. It's like, everything will be all right. Hope doesn't think that the world is perfect. Hope recognizes the challenge. Hope recognizes our enemies. Hope recognizes the obstacles. And so radical hope is a belief that despite everything going on, despite all the bad news, all the bad signs, all the naysayers, all the haters, all of that, despite all of that, we can transform the world into anything we want it to be. And we can get, like my man said last night at the Calypso competition, we can get justice. Finally, we can get justice.
Yes. And to do so, you have to be radical. I guess that's what you're saying.
At least our hope does.
Yeah.
At least our hope does.
Mentally radical.
At the mind level, at the spiritual level,
Yeah.
Sometimes at the political level. What can be done? You know, sometimes the hardest thing to do is to think differently. You know, you go into a room and people will say, well, we can't do that. And they'll say, why? They say, well, because we've never done it before. That's not a good enough reason not to do something. Sometimes the fact that we've never done it before is exactly why we should do it. So radical hope is to say we can find a way.
Right.
We can figure it out.
So as we step into 2026, that is the mindset you feel we should collectively as a people have.
Yes, and individually. So collectively, we can transform the world. And individually, I can transform myself. I can transform my family. I can transform my financial situation. I can transform my spiritual condition. Whatever you people are stressing or struggling with or wrestling with, it can change.
Last question for you. We've heard the word or the phrase sustainable a lot lately, right? What does sustainable progress require from ordinary citizens, not just the government?
Investment. And I don't mean money right now. I mean progress, and sustainable progress only comes when the government is working well for the people. And history teaches us that governments don't work well for people unless the people are invested in their government and in their community and in their democracy and in their society. So for everyone out there that wants to see progress, stay involved, continue to read, continue to pay attention to what's happening, continue to follow politics, continue to vote, continue to advocate for those who represent you to represent you well. And if you do that, you'll be just fine.
Dr. Hill, I'm going to end it there. I know you guys are pressed for time, but thank you for gracing our studio and sharing a bit of your thoughts. And I know you're going to share more on
yeah,
Saturday.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure. And can I just say before we go that when I think about 2026 and my growth mindset, I want to have the energy and the power and the talent of Lord Nelson, because I'm 47 and I can't do. I'm literally half his age and can't do half of what he did last night on that stage.
Brother, amen to that. I second that. Thanks once again, man.
Thank you, my brother.
Dr. Nata, I'll leave the last words for you.
Yeah, thanks so much again, GQ. I just want to encourage everyone to come out and support the gala, Prime Minister's New Year's Grand Gala, this Saturday, 7 p.m. I think it's Marriott Dome. We do offer free shuttle service in terms of from the parking area at the Frigate Bellon over to the Dome. It's always a great experience. Again, we're partying, we're eating, drinking, fellowshipping for a great cause as well, to support our breast cancer groups and by extension supporting those persons who are going through that particular dreaded disease. And so in line with the Prime Minister, I want to say on behalf of him and his lovely wife, Mrs. Deanne Prince Drew, you're invited to come out. Tickets are available, $300 EC from our office on 4th Street, but you can call 663-6700 and reserve your tickets. All right, so again, thank you, GQ, and to the ZIZ family. I want to wish you personally, your family, and the ZIZ family all the best for 2026 when it comes around. Looking for brighter and better things from ZIZ. I love the studio. I haven't been here in a little bit, but it looks really nice. And so I know you guys are working on enhancing the product and so on, and you're doing a great job. So kudos to the staff, management, and everyone. So again, all the best for 2026 when it comes.
Thank you so much. And we'll be moving forward with radical hope.
Exactly. That's right.
That's it.
Hey guys, thanks for being a part of our program. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of our morning show today. And the morning show came to your compliments the Cable, National Bank, Smart Electronics, Quartz, Domino's, Bank of Nevis, and Somalia, Corks and Screws. Until next time, I'll probably be on the road for Grand Parade. I'll see you then. Take care of yourself, man. Until then, God bless.